Hello, everyone. Welcome back for some more of the Fate commentaries for the movies and TV shows. I've had so many people be like, "So, like, when are you watching Unlimited Blade Works?" And I'm gonna be honest, I just never felt like I had a reason to. But with the recent release of the game officially, as well as wanting to remind myself of some of the stuff from the early Fate, media, because it's been a long time, as well as also being the anniversary of Unlimited Blade Works here, I thought now's the best time to watch it. So, full disclosure, one, I've played all of Fate Stay Night, the original visual novel, so none of this is new to me. However, it has been years, and I'm gonna be honest, I forgot a lot of it, which is fun because that means I will get to sort of go like, "Oh." Also because I've, experienced almost the entire Nasuverse, now I can sort of go like, "Oh, now I know what she's talking about." So that's gonna be fun. I did watch this episode on Netflix, a long time ago, like, before I was a Fate fan, and I remember watching this, and I thought to myself, I'm like, "This feels like I'm missing a lot of context." And I remember taking out my phone and looking up terms and stuff and going like, "What the frick am I getting into?" And that's when I thought I should read the visual novel. So, this first episode I saw long time ago. I also will be watching the dub because I like dub voice acting. I know, crazy idea. But also I like to hear like the interpretations of characters and stuff. I've heard all these Japanese voices so much, right? So I do like to hear an alternate take on them. I like to hear how they pronounce stuff. I like to hear, sort of the takes on things. And finally, to answer that last question ahead of time, I have seen the Heaven's Feel trilogy. I saw that in theaters. That was awesome. And I will be watching those dubbed though after because I watched them in Japanese in the theater, so I'm excited to get to that eventually. But for now, let's get going. I'm excited to hop into this to remind myself a lot of Fate. This is one of several things I had planned for the release of Stay Night officially. I have some other things that are in the works still, hit with delays. But that said, we are on episode 0, the prologue, which I remember was like a movie length almost episode. Like, I think it's like 50 minutes. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. It just kept going while I was watching it. I didn't really understand. Now I do. I sort of get how the Fate launches their stuff now, usually with a special and then with a confirmation of, hey, it's going to be a full show. So, with that said, please grab your own legal copies. I myself have ripped the Blu-rays, which I own, and I have a Blu-ray ripper. It's quite nice. It just makes it easier for me to record and stuff, as well as edit. So let's get started on watching this together in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh boy, this is exciting. It's nice to also be watching something again. I do have to continue reading too after. The reading and watching are two different levels of difficulty. See, now I look and I go, "Oh, look, it's them from the Fate Zero." Which it is interesting because from what I hear, this is very much like a kind of a Yakuza Kiwami thing where, yes, it's a remake of the original story, but you also, because they made the prequel, they're able to incorporate a lot more of the actual prequel elements into it, such as, "Hey, here's the proper designs for Tokiyome and the mom. Oh, right, no, this is not Rin, right, right. Spoilers! Oh, no, whatever." I wasn't I wasn't fully in I wasn't fully in for Deva Marie as Rin at first, but over time, I've come to really, really like Deva Marie as Rin. Also, I met her. She's a lovely person. I'm gonna be real, it's kinda nice to go back a bit to TV quality UFO table. I think when they get movie quality, it gets a little out of hand at times, right? But there's something about their style, which I think works perfectly for Fate there. This is it's wild that it starts with this prologue with Rin, 'cause, it lasts so long. It's like 5 hours in God, that looks like Kobe. Wow. Wow! And again, now that I've been here, I could be like, "Wow, that looks like it." Because it starts with, this long 5-hour prologue that it honestly, I was worried when I played it. I'm like, "Am I playing the right thing?" You know? The red coat, honestly, color scheme-wise, so good. Grabbing a hot canned coffee from a vending machine, cold weather, peak. There was an interesting discussion about the translation of Kudo as archery and how it's not the same thing, that came about with the official game release there. It was interesting to read about. I don't think it needs much reading into about that Kudo is such a different thing than, archery, but it's interesting to learn about this difference in culture. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so excited to see. I've already seen the punch, cause you can't avoid that, you know? Oh, no, no, or was the punch was in, Heaven's Feel, right? I just wanna see him suffer. He does in this route, right. Oh, I hate you. I hate you so much. Look at his little look at his movements. What a loser. Nah, put him in his place. I I do think giving her the jeans and the little jacket, I know it's like an updated design to make it more, like, modern, and I do think it's a good design, but there's something about that original dress that's really cute. They're both good. Ooh. Who's the voice of Issei there? Huh. There he is. All right, I'm gonna pull up. I want to know who his voice is. Fate UBW voice cast dub. It's a familiar voice. That is Robbie Damon. Okay, okay, that's a good one. Good choice. Yeah, it's different than what I would have taken it for, but it's good. Oh, they're avoiding looking directly at him. One thing that I do know that isn't in this adaptation, which is a bit of a shame, is the designs of uh Shiro's classmates. Because the original Dean anime gave unique designs to every single one of his classmates, and they're really good designs. I forgot that this trio is even in Stay Night. I think of them as Hollow Ataraxia characters. She's not lying. She's not even being like wrong. Like it's true. Ooh, Himuro, you got that mature voice. That is Erica Lynn Beck, and Himuro is Dorothy Fawn. That's that's the mom from Digimon the movie. Shut up. No. Wait, she's the best. Oh my god, that's Ty's mom. I love her. That's amazing. And Yukika Segusa is Jessica DeCoco. Um Lucy from the Loud House. Also a bunch of Mario movie characters. Okay, interesting. Look at the bags under her eyes. The snake skin. Okay, the clock thing, I don't remember what that's for. I remember, yeah, there was something about she summoned at the wrong time, but like I forget about the clock thing. Why? It is cool that I do like it really throws you into the story and it doesn't take any concessions for like needing to explain it. To Rin, she knows this stuff. She doesn't need to explain it to anyone, and I like that because then it makes you. It really is like the most in media res you can get, and this is for both the visual novel and this. Ooh, Dub Kire, Crispin Freeman. Yep, yep. Oh yeah, he was him in Zero too, right? What is that painting on the wall? Yo, the Latin books. What an iconic outfit. They knocked it out the park and won with this. Hitting the hitting the German pronunciation with Schweinorg. Ooh, yo, there's the UFO table. I'll be honest, there's a lot of that chant, which, like, I've listened to it many times, and I still can't fully wrap my head around how it relates to summoning a servant. It almost just sounds entirely made up, like, not related to it. Wow, okay. Smash that thing down. Look at this Chad. What an iconic entry. KG Tang is such a perfect choice. It's so good. Boy, that's a height difference. This is wild for, like, compared to every other servant we know. He really is an aberration for the very first one. Oh my god. Ooh, well, subtitles. Oh, yo, she's rocking the German. Oh, she's blushing. She's like, that was a dumb move. God, it's also cool because I've been to this house and like I'm looking at it and it's like, yeah, like you look at it and that's what it looks like. I wish I could have gone inside, but it was under construction there. I think it's back open because I saw some Japanese posters posting it there. She is so small or that chair is so big. It'd be so funny if he's literally just if it's not actually true and he's like, okay, I'll just flatter her and this'll make everything go better. Oh, get off my screen. I hate these pop-ups for Nox. I know there's a way to get rid of them, but it involves going into like my PC kernel. I don't want to touch that. People listening on YouTube won't have any idea what just popped up for me. Don't worry. See, it's funny because they make such a big deal about like, the mana feed has to be enough to keep them around. But like I feel like every Grail War has like half the combatants be non-mages. That's a lie. You have many swords, buddy. What are you talking about? I know you don't have a sword, but I think there's a lot of good stuff. Oh, wow, that's even almost mirroring the Shiron's saber shot. That's kind of cool. That's new. That wasn't in the original. Um, the little those are steep stairs. Geez. The little character moments of talking with each other. It's one of the few things that visual novels are still catching up on, you know? It is also such a bold move to again establish a system of like all of the characters are heroic spirits from across time, and the first one we see is not, right? It's such a bold move to immediately break the rules and only after actually follow them. Yo, he caught it backhanded. Well, I mean, let's look at the word we're using here. So, gonna get used to seeing a lot of the city at night. I completely forget what's up with the clocks, if that's ever explained. Fuzzy slippers. Even just looking at this and going like, preparing food in the form of tea, like old habits die hard. Boy, there really is not a lot of people out and about, huh? Oh, well, now there's a bit more. I love vignettes like this, right? Little little locations, walking around and seeing parts of the city. That's again something that visual novels can't really do because of limited assets, right? Good water. 9 out of 10, good water. See, that's interesting because now we know that malice can almost, like, personify. Yeah. And the fact that we still have to go back to Fuyuki and FGO just still gives me so many things to think about. I mean, if even if it's not directly related to this, but still makes me still thinking about that place. Still some stuff there we need to figure out. That is a very rabbit-like Tosaka. God, these city night shots like this. Like, that to me is, I think when I think of Fate, I think of sunset classrooms and nighttime skyscraper shots like this. Oh my god, they kept the line in. They kept the line in. But it's funny because, like, we laugh at that line, and then as we learn more about the archer class, that is legitimately something we have to confront, is the fact that the archer class really isn't made up of archers. This is also a surprisingly common mindset, you know? The amount of people who actually have a wish on the Grail feels very little. I do appreciate the fact that it's like an unlimited amount of pacing, right? We don't have to worry about the constraints of an episode. Why are these two talking to each other? Like, again, like, I remember the story, but now I'm sort of like, now that I know the context, I'm like, why was he talking to her? What's the connection? Huh. God, she really does hate him. Yeah, could you imagine fighting in a school? Pshaw. That is the number one Nasuverse thing. Don't worry about any rules, there's always an exception. Oh, right, the school shooter domain expansion. I do think Christina V is a good voice for Sakura. The only problem is I only hear Christina V, and it is highly distracting because Christina V has such a unique voice. Don't know Greek? They really do downplay the whole servants can eat souls things as time goes on. It's there every now and then, but it's a thing in Stay Night, and then less so everywhere else. Bro was just spitting facts. Or wait, or was this Lancers? No, this is Blood for Andromeda. They're just kind of working together, right? Who's Dub Lancer? This is Tony Oliver. Let's see, Tony Oliver. Naruto's dad. Oh, Lupin the Third. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, he also voices Orion. That's good. Oh, and he's Bong Shishigami from Blaze Blue. Yeah. I'll say, she's really putting in the German. Like, and she's doing a great job. Sick, sick. I wonder if someone's done a video doing like direct comparisons between all adaptations of the same story, like visual novel to Dean anime to this anime to even other like small trailer versions and stuff. I wonder. Then again, if he has a spear, he might be a rider too, or even an assassin. It doesn't matter. You can't tell on a glance. Every time I see his back, even I'm kind of like that's also his back is a meme. That's crazy. I just can't get over all these Archer back shots. Oh, even just for the action, I'm excited for this because that's the one thing ufotable does real good. There has been some talk about ufotable's animation potentially being bad in that it's unreadable, but one, I think that their Fate stuff is usually more readable, but it also conveys levels of superhuman combat capability that is the intended purpose, right? They are meant to be insane. Yo, throwing that whole platform. Oh, they're hiding hiding his magic there. It is funny how dual wielding is like everyone who does martial arts agrees dual wielding is entirely style over function, but like, God, the style is so worth it. The answer is unlimited. I could probably find several Bowmans who use two swords in Fate. Again, recreation of another visual novel art. It is also funny that like both Witch on the Holy Night and this start with the same idea of what if someone was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and well, now your life is going to change. Sorry you were out late. Oh my god, please, please do. I hope we get to see the character establishing moment of bro comes back to life and immediately grabs a mop and wipes up his own blood, please. It's such a character stat. I use that as an example of character traits in writing when I'm teaching because it says so much about a character, right? Before you even do anything else, before you react to the situation, you go clean up. How can I face her tomorrow? That could be for a couple characters. I think the big one is Sakura, but that could even be for like Mitsuzuru, but probably Sakura. Yeah, yeah. Again, it's like now that I'm re-experiencing this, I can really put together character relations. Bro, I didn't even know that they were sisters. And people were like, "How did you avoid that spoiler?" I have no idea. That was a legitimate surprise for me. God, what a again, just a cool image jumping around like that. Ah, there's my girl. Did did Rin ever see Saber in okay, no. So, okay, you do recognize her, okay. Okay. I was thinking, I'm like, did she ever actually see Saber in Zero? And I think in the original text, it might have just been recognizing, "Hey, that's the Saber." I mean, it's obvious, look at her. But I think from this, it takes more of an interpretation of, "Oh, that's the Saber," right? It's interesting. Again, seeing this as both a adaptation of UBW, but also incorporating elements of Zero. Yeah, I definitely forget a lot of Zero as well. I when you are only in a franchise as long as I am, like, it's only been, what, 5, 6 years, and you're kinda just barreling through it, and, you don't really have time to discuss, to talk, to share as much, mostly because 'cause I'm avoiding talking to people because they might accidentally drop spoilers on me. It's happened before, some bad ones. Thankfully, pretty much all of them there, I usually think it's just them being wrong or, I misinterpreted or something, um but yeah, right? So because that's like I don't remember as much, which is why I love reading the comments and, you know, getting you guys to remind me of stuff. Don't ever feel sad to remind me of stuff. It's good, right? Um, cool. Going from the water design there. All right, there's like the water background. That was a thing in the original. Then we got the circuits. I'm curious about the soundtrack because the Dean anime has such a good soundtrack. Um, I know there's some standout themes, but I'll need to hear more, right? If we're going mostly just like this orchestral sort of stuff, it's okay, but I think I'd prefer, I don't know, something a bit more, I don't know, down to earth. Are we gonna get remixes of the game music? I hope so. Probably not though. Fate Stay Night, UBW. Nice. I wonder if this one was also a oh. Oh, they're doing this again. Hey, nice, 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 nice. Exciting, exciting. All right. Yeah, we'll be back for the second well, the first episode really. Um as we move on here. So I will see you guys next time for that. We're going to get through this whole season. It's exciting. We'll see you then. Ciao.